Hey everybody, this is Fighter Cows, and on the controller is Double RPG Reviews. Why did I say the whole thing?
Yay!
That's weird. I usually just say Double RPG.
Yeah, I know, right? Or you just say double R, rather.
Yeah.
But hey, it doesn't matter. But yes, we're playing a PlayStation 3 game this time around. I think this
A
is the,
game that... Yep,
I think it's the first time we do a PS3 game, which is
think
also
so.
on the Xbox 360, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway, please continue. What were you gonna say?
So we're playing the classic game that maybe a lot of you haven't heard of called El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron. A game that me and Double R talked about because I talked about my issues with how Shin Megami Tensei treats its subject matter. And how I think it's kind of not great.
Yeah.
And how I think El Shaddai did it better. And well, I haven't played the whole thing, so we'll see. But I do know that when you start the game, did it show that little warning thing where it said like, "Hey, this is a work of fiction"?
I haven't even started yet because I was in the PS3 main menu.
Wait,
So-
why am I streaming? I'm not streaming. Or am I just hosting you?
I think you're just hosting me.
Yeah, I should not be streaming. I know that much.
Hopefully I'm getting some signal somewhere with this game.
Yeah. I'm just hosting. Yeah. Are you hosting on your channel?
I rated my channel to your channel, or to the GeekFighters channel.
That works. And whoever's in there, say what's up. We don't bite.
Yeah, we don't bite whatsoever. Hold on a sec. Better be working.
Yeah, it's live.
No, I'm talking about my PS3.
Oh, the PS3. Oh crap.
Yeah. I mean, it is almost 10 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like my Mac.
Yeah. So, hopefully it'll actually work now, not that I had to reset it. And I didn't hear any, this... Okay, here we go. Boy, that scared me crapless right there. But, yeah, I mean, with El Shaddai, it actually does better. Yep, here it is. This video game has been inspired by ancient religious texts and has been designed, developed, and produced, and blah, 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 blah. So...
That already makes me happier than what Shin Megami Tensei does.
Yeah.
That's already my first positive note about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Legit.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because if you're gonna do something about people's actual beliefs, like, you should at least be respectful, even if you're not like one of them. Like, I don't go around going to Buddhists just because I don't believe in Buddha and be like, yo, bloody bloody blah Buddha, you know, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, but yeah, that's something that Shin Megami Tensei is just like, no. What we say is actual the thing and yada yada. Believe in super god. What?
What?
What? Who? What?
Enoch.
It took place 600. No. How many years ago?
1,400 years, or no, 14,000 years ago. But he was a pretty good guy.
Who? What? I like how I turned on the audio just to hear me say who what again.
Oh, nice.
That's how behind my stream is to it apparently.
Uh-huh.
Now I know.
I remember this game
No.
had a really good voice cast too. I mean, I think they got Jason Isaacs playing Lucifel, who you just heard there in the beginning.
They made him whatever. So, what is this based off of? Well, they said ancient religious texts, right? That's all they said.
Yeah.
There is a. This has like again. I'm not proselytizing or preaching, or I'm just giving you the background.
Mm-hmm.
So there was an ancient text called the Book of Enoch,
Mm-hmm.
which has to do with Enoch, who was mentioned in Genesis, that he was so good. In Genesis, all it says is that he was so favored by God that one day God took him and he was no more on earth. God just said, "Come up here, bro."
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah.
And the Book of Enoch basically tries to like explain more and what happened, and it says the Metatron in the game title.
Right.
In the Book of Enoch, they say like, oh yeah, he became an angel called the Metatron.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what is the Book of Enoch? Is that in the Bible? Is that in any of our? No, it is called pseudepigrapha. That's a fancy word. Pseudepigrapha, meaning like pseudonym.
Uh-huh.
Like, so most believe that it is somebody pretending to be Enoch writing it.
Right.
So that's why it's not any of the canon, which is the actual use of the term canon, which is meant for like religious texts.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I know, somebody could correct me. As far as I know, no main religious group like Protestant, Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, none of them use the Book of Enoch in their canon.
Uh-huh.
But because I know that Catholics have books that Protestants don't, and Orthodox have books that neither Catholics or Protestants have, but none of them have Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got killed by Azazel, man, quick.
Yeah, I think that's actually part of scripted
Oh,
event.
that's supposed to happen? Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So this plays like what? Like, is it really close to DMC or what? Like,
I would say, in a sense, yes. It's close to that, as well as, like, God of War, but it's not as bloody or
yeah.
grisly like God of War. But it does have platforming elements to it. So I guess you could say for God of War sense, yeah, it does have the platforming elements to it. And you see me as Enoch getting beat up by Azazel with him having a loincloth on only.
Yeah, I saw that.
Alright, so we start on Chapter 00, The Journey Begins.
Excuse me. If I burped.
Hey, it's alright.
Yes, Twitch is already making me mad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you see what I see, yeah.
Yep.
And I know it's Twitch because people who are trying to watch our streams told us that they get weird, like remember when I was trying to watch your stream, like you were streaming fine, but I kept getting like cut off, even though
Yeah.
I kept trying to watch your stream and it kept like cutting me off.
Yeah, it's not our fault, it's Twitch's fault.
So did Enoch get a power up like Metroid?
Yeah, I think it's a lot like Metroid getting the power-ups in this game.
Like different armor pieces or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 00, The Journey Begins. Wow, could that be any more generic?
Yeah.
The Journey Begins. That's like you might as well just like Marge when she wrote her book, you might as well just say starts and beginnings.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, starts and beginnings.
Fruits of Wisdom. The fruits of wisdom were created by God. They can be helpful to people, or they can be abused for evil. It all depends on how you use them. Don't let your enemy draw near them in battle.
Sounds like it's inspired by the Genesis where they ate the fruit.
Yeah, the forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden.
Which was legit. That was I woke up and that's what I read this morning. Legit that chapter. I guess. Huh. I guess it's almost like, hey, God's like, yeah. You're gonna play this game, so
yeah.
there you
go. and you're gonna make God happy when you play it.
So you're just running to like again. I'm behind a little bit, so.
Yeah, I'm just currently trying to learn the controls a little bit, and it seems like those disciples are trying to get the forbidden fruit or whatever.
And in the Bible, I'm pretty sure it said Enoch knew sick ninja moves and did crazy combos.
Yes, he did. Who also has some unique armor and some awesome denim pants to boot.
Before denim pants were invented.
Yes.
How? Because God.
God. That's the power. That just shows you how incredible he is.
You already knew about denim pants.
Yes.
Well, of course you. And that's supposed to be Lucifer?
Oh, that's Lucifer, yeah. Anyway, I got myself...
And there's a spin-off game, guys, if you guys didn't know that came out for the Switch.
Mm-hmm, The Lost Child.
And it's an RPG, though, not an action game like this one.
And yeah, and you have characters like Enoch and Lucifer actually reprising their role in the story.
Yep.
But although Enoch's not the playable protagonist this time around.
Remember Dogma?
The
movie Dogma?
Oh god, yes. Isn't that the one where it has, what's their names? From... Oh, God.
Jane, Silent Bob.
They're in the movie Clerks.
Jane, Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah, Jay and Silent Bob, yes.
Because it's in the View Askew universe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, in that movie, Alan Rickman played Metatron.
Ah. Oh, Hans Gruber, huh?
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, mofo.
Which is funny because, like I said, the Metatron is in Kabbalah.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Catholic or Protestant stuff.
Right, because,
it's in Jewish Kabbalah.
Yeah, because,
There's a video that explains it pretty well. I saw on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That was explaining what, like, the Metatron and like what Kabbalists believed and all that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we're gonna pretty much learn about some things from the Jewish Kabbalah as well, like the Sephiroth, basically.
Oh yeah, that's there.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But you know that's where they got the influence for Final Fantasy VII for like some of the things in that plot.
Yeah. Well, that's where the name Sephiroth came from.
Mm-hmm, the Jewish Kabbalah. Basically, basically like the the metaphysical form of a man that can only be fully created when 11 of those physical forms come together to create, one true form or whatever, or something like that.
Ask your local Kabbalist rabbi if you have one.
Yes. Your Jewish rabbi.
Well, specifically Kabbalist one.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Who's Line kind of actually poking fun at priests and rabbis from time to time.
That's a classic joke. Priest and a rabbi walk in the bar.
Oh God! And nobody's come up with a new priest and a rabbi joke for quite some time. And we got Michael's ring.
Enoch, you were reborn. So what do you say? I missed it. Thank you for your. That is your mission. What's this mission?
To prevent or to save the world from a great flood. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
You messed that up.
Well, yeah, I did. We got Michael's ring. Yeah. These shackles will bind the fallen angels in their prison. Could you open those for them? They've never been used before, so they must be real tight. Don't worry if you have to knock them around a bit. So Michael's ring, I guess, is to help the fallen archangels.
Just to bind them, because in Revelation and in I forget where in the Old Testament, but Revelation mentions that there's supposed to be fallen angels bound up under the river Euphrates.
Mm-hmm. We got the first one, Sariel, that we unlocked.
So,
and
I guess this game is saying Enoch's the one who bound them.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Semyaza, who's been...
I like how this game looks, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's so pretty. Barakel.
Games like this age much better than a lot of other games.
Oh, yeah. And I love it when games like this when there's color in games like this.
Yep. Remember, because this came out during the age of brown being like the main thing in a lot of games, remember?
Oh, God. Gears of War, anybody?
Yeah. Brown shooters were all the rage.
Yep. Bro dude brown shooters. And now we saved Arakiel. And then the next one.
Wait, he's freeing these ones.
Yeah, freeing them.
Okay.
Armaros. It says, good luck trying to get him to repent.
That's good. That's
Ezekiel. Ah.
Yekisekel. Prophet from I forgot. Knowing the times, I don't know the times of the chronology.
And then Azazel, leader of the Grigori.
Now, funny thing about Azazel, he is in Catholic canon.
Uh-huh.
He's in Catholic canon for Bible books. Little tidbit there.
Yeah.
He's in the Book of Tobit.
Ah, okay.
Which Protestants like me don't consider canon.
Mm-hmm.
But they do. It's kind of funny. Like there was councils. There's still debates on what is and isn't canon. What should and shouldn't be in the Bible. Like still.
Mm-hmm.
And they had these debates since Jesus. Since before Jesus, even.
Yeah. Flame of Power raises Enoch's Latin abilities. So basically, I'm guessing this is what we collect. I guess this is what we. Yeah, I guess this is what we collect to unlock new abilities later on. Kind of like every.
Oh, latent abilities.
Yeah, latent abilities.
I was confused for a second.
Yeah, so basically, think of them like the red orbs from Devil May Cry.
Okay. So that he spends those to power up.
Yes.
Whatever shop, God shop, I guess.
I don't think Ignition Entertainment exists anymore, so I don't know if this game would be eligible to get a re-release in some way, shape, or form. They might. Well, actually, they might still exist.
Whoever did the spin-off. Oh, right. I mean.
Yeah, I think it was NIS America who actually.
I guess NIS would be the ones who.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, re-release this, please. Okay.
Yeah, put them on all platforms, including the Switch. I mean, if you put The Lost Child on the Switch, put this game on the Switch.
Yeah, exactly. So people can understand bloody why having this game is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's a spin-off of a game that you haven't played. Like, well, put the original game then.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this would actually be a good history lesson. I mean, this should be like a subject in school just to play this game, not something like Portal. Think of this as your educational game, folks. A fun edutainment game where you actually can go around and start hacking and slashing at
edutainment. Yeah, it actually is kind of like, yeah. Well, especially with me around.
Yeah,
I'll explain the backstory.
But the thing is that when it comes to this, just expect to die a lot.
I'm looking at that weapon, and does it shoot arrows at any point?
It might, but I'm not entirely certain. I haven't gotten really.
I wonder if that's an upgrade, because it looks like a bow.
Yeah, it kind of does.
A sword.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a bow that should have an arrow.
Yeah, this may be an educational game, but don't in disguise. But don't expect there to be any karaoke anytime soon.
Nah, this is a old school hack and slash, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, don't expect anything that's gonna hold your hand like a karaoke.
Oh yeah,
song.
definitely. Yeah, definitely not gonna hold your hand. Yeah. This isn't Luigi mode or whatever that one Wii U Mario game.
Oh, New Super Luigi U.
Yeah, where they had that mode. Where like Luigi
and the thing is, it's like they treat Luigi more hardcore than Mario.
Oh no.
Just looking at all these colors, and definitely reminds me if I'm in the Dragon Palace in Okami, when you have to go in that whirlpool to go inside that that palace that's covered with ocean water.
Oh.
Yeah, it's something like that. Just look at all the pretty colors.
How long is this game? You said it was short, but how short?
Oh god, I'm not even sure. Like I said, I haven't even beat this game.
Oh, you never did?
Nope.
That's just kind of a good excuse then, huh?
Yeah. Well, I imagine that's not that very long either. I mean, for a hack and slash game, I don't think it's very long.
It's probably as long as DMC 1, if anything.
Yeah, probably. Maybe a few hours.
Yeah, you were playing it, and I was, man, the bit I saw, because I think I was watching RVT to see what we thought was going to be a tribute to Frankie.
Well,
but
obviously, they just bastardized on his name. When it wasn't a tribute.
If any of RVT guys are here, well, we'll talk to you.
Yeah. If you think otherwise, we will talk to you.
We'll talk to you guys on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, when I saw you play DMC, man, that game, I mean, people like it more than 2, but, like, the first game was also a little jank, too.
Yeah, it was a little jank, but I will say it's definitely better than 2 when it comes to its gameplay.
No, I didn't hate 2. It was just like on Soul Bro stream they're talking about it. It's just that for DMC, for Devil May Cry, it wasn't a good game.
Yeah, my big problem was basically 3 things. 1, the weapons you get are all swords and no different types of devil arms that have different attributes towards each other. 2, the areas that you're mostly in are, in very big open areas instead of, being very small and condensed. And I guess there's 4, but 3, the combos, they're very not stylish. And 4, the bosses are just hard as hell.
I remember I just traded the game. DMC 2, I was like...
Yeah, it's like...
I didn't feel like finishing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
and if the rumor of what Devil May Cry 5's ending is going to be is any indication with why Dante is not like he is in Devil May Cry 2, I'm just going to be disappointed. But then again, I really hope that they retcon DMC 2. If that's what, if they want to actually bring it about in the direction that they want to take it after the horrendous nature that game brought about in itself. Anyway, we also have special moves with our...
Purification. Take heart, Enoch. It's you, God's chosen one. Special moves. R1X.
Yeah, that's, I guess you could, do, a jump dash in the air, and then you can do all sorts of techniques. Or something. No, that's not it. Something. I don't know what. I'm trying to use it to where... Anyway. I guess that's just like a dash jump or something. Oh, there we go. Now I'm getting some special moves in. I'm basically doing a shoryuken to these shadow puppets. Basically just an uppercut to bring them up in the air. And look at those statues too that you're destroying. That some of them hold those red orbs in. They obviously have to be related somewhat to the the Book of Enoch or whatnot.
Yeah, that's some weird stuff. Yeah, so another reason why it's like people are like, well, it's not considered canon. Why? Some of the stuff in it is just like wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like wrong as in like scientifically and with the rest of the Bible. Like
right. I mean, just take a look. Take a look at Lucifel, for example. He's actually holding a cell phone in his hand. No, a smartphone. Smartphone.
It talks about how like there's a door that wind comes from and stuff like that. Like what door? What wind? What?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, Lucifel is actually our place where we can is the guy who we want to talk to save our progress in this game. Yeah.
With its already made cell phone.
Yes. Like I said. Why?
Well, then again, Enoch has denim. But and again, that's why I'm glad they put the thing in the beginning. Like, hey, this just don't. We're not trying to. Just enjoy the story.
You know, looking at him, he kind of does remind me of Jason Lapine from Nintendo Enthusiast with his haircut.
Which one, Lucifer?
Lucifer.
Or Enoch? Oh yeah, he kind of looks like a Devil May Cry character. There, he looks like the one they call Dante.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's which is funny because everybody's loving DMC5 and it has the same style as DMC. So,
but there are those who are kind of complaining that it is a bit more on the realistic side with the visuals, that it actually looks more in line with that of DMC Devil May Cry when it comes to Nero, when the overall design of the characters.
Yeah, some people are, and some people are like, "Yay!" and I'm like, "But y'all the same people that complain about the look."
Exactly.
All of a sudden, you like it. Oh, because it's Capcom.
Exactly.
Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hypocrites.
Hypochondriacs. That's another thing. It looks like snow, like you said, doesn't. That's cool. That's really cool. That's artsy fartsy right there.
Yeah. Beautiful artsy fartsy. One that actually smells good. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to take it that far. But...
I was like, I'm not touching that.
Just poking fun. Ew. Now it's all in monochrome. Except for Enoch, of course.
It's almost pulling a JoJo thing.
Yeah. Ora, ora, ora.
The JoJo anime would do that with its color, so it's just like randomly.
I was gonna say, with the graphics now going into monochrome, what are we going into Sin City all of a sudden?
Marv, what are you doing up here?
Oh God, we got the one-eyed disciple. You may need to announce on social media again that we're still alive.
I did on my Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Do it again on TGF too.
Mm-hmm. No more choices left. What choices? I have plenty of choices there, dude. I gotta save this world from a great flood. Oh God, it's a bunch of flies after murdering, well, what was his name in, murdering Hermes in, God of War 3. Remember all those flies just came out of nowhere?
Yep.
Yeah.
I played it once, but I still remember.
Don't worry, it's not even Helios who ends up getting his head pulled off by Kratos. Pretty much
that I remember.
Yeah, pretty much a la Sub-Zero from Devil May Cry. I mean Sub-Zero, not Devil May Cry, but Mortal Kombat. Okay, there's the way I need to go. Oh. Wielding the Arc. The Arc is the most mobile of your weapons, allowing you to remain in the air for a long time. Use it in areas where landing is a challenge, and while we're in midair, we can hold down the jump button so that way we can glide. Okay.
Arc of Covenant? Oh, no, the Arch. The Arc.
Yeah. Arch, Arc.
Well, they're both right.
Yeah. He's right. No, Splinter took out the Shredder. They're both right.
They're both right. I remember that.
Okay, Light of Blessing. It restores our armor, and I guess in case we take damage, it, brings us back to full health.
So this is now Ghosts and Goblins, where you lose your armor.
So we're Sir Arthur, the knight. While having boxers underneath that have little pink hearts. Okay, now this is actually pretty cool. You're in a 2.5D segment, and everybody's in a silhouette of white. And you can actually attack enemies in this way. So I guess this is the opening sequence of the game, because they do have the
wow.
They do have the opening credits going on.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. And they even have the what equates to be like like a ancient book type of illustrations.
Yeah.
And no, I do not say graphic novel or manga, because that wouldn't exist in the.
Neither do denim shorts and smartphones.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, now that's awesome.
None of this should exist.
The tower's a lie. Does that mean the cake's a lie too?
It all makes sense.
No. Logic.
I'm actually wondering where Jeff is, and not even for the stream, but because I sent him messages about the town and stuff, and I'm wondering, like, he has seen what I said about what's going on over here in Springfield, and about our sister city.
Yeah.
Would you? And I know you saw that. You see those pictures?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Japan is worse. Our sister city in Japan is worse than we are.
God. Yeah, like, that definitely looks like levels of the hood right there, from what you showed me.
It's like, of course, Springfield sister city's got to be as grimy as Springfield.
Yeah, and that's Japan's own Springfield, Massachusetts.
It's like, no wonder we picked them as our sister city.
You know what I actually find very interesting within the show The Simpsons? They, how it takes place in Springfield, but they never specified which Springfield.
Which one?
Yeah,
yep.
Which Springfield.
Every time. Fear not, Hadraniel, the 4 great angels are with thee. Which again will be Mikhail, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. I'll be getting married soon. Unlike you, I can't stay young forever.
100 years ago.
Like,
oh wow.
Are these like his memories?
I would assume so.
How is it he's not age? Junior Takaki. I think he's
Masato Koda is the lead composer of this game. That person I'm not really familiar with when it comes to his work in music. But I remember Masato Kato, who worked on the story for both Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross.
I think he also did Xenosaga.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked quite a lot with Tetsuya Takahashi as well as Yasunori Mitsuda.
Masato and Xenosaga I like a lot too, because same thing. Masato, unlike the Shin Megami Tensei guys, when he tackles stuff like this, he always just seems to be way more respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like,
when it comes to Masato, I mean, when it comes between Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, which game do you actually prefer more?
I didn't get to play Chrono Cross that much, so
Chrono Trigger. It's
Chrono Trigger by default, only because I didn't. So I know Jeff likes Chrono Cross a lot, but I haven't even. I can't. Like, if he asks me, I'll tell him like, hey, I can't even give an opinion because I didn't play it.
Okay, all right. Watcher Azazel. We're getting the rematch.
300 years.
But yeah, I thought that you might like Chrono Trigger. I mean, yeah, Chrono Trigger more because it has Akira Toriyama.
Well, that too. Of course.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Sawaki Takayasu.
Watcher Azazel's really giving me a run for my money.
Again?
Again.
See about him.
I'm gonna see about him. A jerk. Oh, wait a minute. I tried to see about him. I guess this is another scripted story event. Looks like I can't even defeat him.
It's weird to me.
Yeah. But I'll give my chance.
Again? One-eyed freak! Dang it.
Yeah. You one-eyed thing that became a monstrosity in Tekken 6.
Oh god, I was just playing Tekken 6 on PSP.
Oh god.
That's one cheap mother.
Oh god, that game is so broken.
It's kind of why I like 7. 7 is just
7's a bit more balanced.
yeah, 7 has Kazumi, and that's it's yeah.
But still, Kanzumi is quite hard too.
If you don't know what you're doing. Well, especially if I play, yeah, especially when I'm playing, Kasumi can see about you if you don't know. She's not as broken as Azazel.
Oh god, yes. And even Jinpachi was broken
in
in OG
yep.
Tekken 5. Or
Tekken
vanilla
5.
version of Tekken 5, but in Dark Resurrection...
In Dark Resurrection, they balanced him, yeah.
Yeah, balanced him a lot better.
Which, funny enough, the Dark Resurrection never came out on PS2. It came out on PS3 and the PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find that funny. Knight's using his fists.
Hopefully they still have that. Hopefully they still have Dark Resurrection out on PS3, to where I can buy it.
Yeah, I know. Tommy has it. My friend Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was willing to game share, and I was like, I got 6. Don't worry about it.
Well, I don't think. I think it was a better deal to worry about, just seeing how broken 6 is. And that was the one where, Katsuhiro Harada was actually a producer for the game. He wasn't the director.
I did not know that it was ex Virtual Fighter guys who worked on the first Tekken.
Oh yes.
Because Harada's been there since the first Tekken, but he did not create it.
Yeah.
He was there. He was there because he was the voice of Law in the first few Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
That was Harada's voice.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. That high-pitched voice, because when he talks normally, you've seen him in the streams, he does not have a high voice.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, when he's Law,
It's like how in Kirby 64 as well as the Super Smash Bros. Games, you actually hear Masahiro Sakurai voicing King Dedede.
Yeah, I know. He's like, that's him?
Yep, that's him. Just in those games, not in the other material that involves Kirby and the others.
Okay, yeah. Harada was the voice of Yoshimitsu, Law, and Kunimitsu in the first 2 Tekkens.
Ah.
So he was Yoshimitsu up until Tekken Tag Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else took over. And he was still Law up until Tekken 5. Then finally someone took over as Law.
Uh-huh. You know, if there's anything about Tekken that I like to compare it to, when it comes to a video game franchise with how it managed to grow and evolve throughout the years, then I can easily compare it to Dragon Quest by Yuji Horii, Koichi Sugiyama, and Akira Toriyama, because because the first game, it follows a basic principle rule, but then within every game it follows that same rule but makes slow improvements with every subsequent release, which is kind of in the same vein with what Tekken does nowadays.
So you get to save it, but I haven't seen you been able to go to a shop to upgrade your abilities yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of wondering where that is. Or don't tell me that there's RPG mechanics and I actually learn the abilities by default when I level up.
Or there's a menu that you haven't seen this whole time.
Is there... There's a pause button, but it's not the menu button. And there's yeah, it's not really showing me the... It's not giving me anything. So it's just, traditional gameplay all the way through. So there's no pause menu to, like...
Oh, yeah, I see that. It just says pause.
Yeah.
I guess you haven't met... there's a menu, and it's just options.
Yeah. There we go.
I guess next week we're going back to 5. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
At least this was a worthy try.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Don't know until you try it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. Watch everybody show up at 5 and they're like, oh yeah, you already streaming? Like, yeah, we thought we would try this and this. Like, I guess we won't do it again. Watch. Our normal viewers show up at 5 and I'm like, oh yeah.
Damn it.
Even though me and Jeff took the trouble to announce before that we were doing this, we didn't just spring it on people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we did announce.
Yeah, and we had this carefully thought out and planned yesterday, too.
Yep. I was man, it was a good thing I got you guys showed up on Skype, because I was ready to break something.
I thought you were gonna, scream at us or something. And I was gonna be like, hey, it's not just you. I mean, I've been having trouble too on my end, as of recent.
Oh, so now this game is Outlands or Ikaruga.
Oh, Ikaruga. And I got that on Nintendo Switch as of recent. I still need to play that. Good old classic arcade shoot 'em up from Treasure. Which, funny enough, that the first US release of that game was on the GameCube of all systems. Now the towers have eyes. So what are we going into? What's his name's base from Voltron? Yeah, I know the Watchers are waiting for me within. We're gonna go see about those Watchers till we get to Azazel again, and we can actually beat Azazel in, full glory. Oh, so basically it's like we're going inside the Tower of Babel.
Kind of this game reminds me of with you losing to Azazel, then you finally get to beat him later.
Well, what would that be?
Mega Man X. First one.
Ah, it's like your...
Azazel's Vile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't beat him until finally you get the chance to.
Yeah, exactly. The tower. This is chapter 2. I remember that. Oh my god, look how pretty this looks. This environment.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you do get to see more than just white.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, too, is that this area here, from what I remember, actually had some pretty good music, too. gonna see
Yeah,
about you.
I have a feeling that everybody's gonna show up at like when it's 5.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
what? Why are
the-
you so
like,
early?
oh,
Well, you obviously didn't see our announcements on social media. That's why.
we thought we'd give it a shot, and
Yeah, exactly.
guess it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sick.
So pretty colors.
Why do they have the same weapon?
That's a good question. They really haven't even say any.
They haven't explained anything about this.
Yeah, nothing, nada, zip. But you know, I did see that we peaked at like 4 viewers at once.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, delay your timing. So, varying the timing of your attack to break your opponent's guard. Wait till the enemy is blocking and then make your move. Okay.
Oh, okay. Some combos are like that.
Oh,
Devil
yeah.
May Cry.
Oh, yeah, OG Devil May Cry. Hey, don't get me naked.
Please. Please don't.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys naked. See how half-naked you're becoming with those loincloths.
Like you said, this game does not hold your hand.
Yeah. I'm playing it on normal difficulty, by the way. So that way I can bring some challenge for this game. For us as the Geek Fighters. But the only thing I will never put into normal or hard mode is fighting games. Especially the ones that I'm doing based on Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection.
Heck, get this, Double R. You know Tekken, you know how I'm a higher... well, some people I'm not higher rank, but even though 1% only reached the green ranks.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, considering like how I play Tekken and I beat a lot of people and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even put it on hard when I'm playing the computers. No point to it, really. All it does is give you a thing how to exploit their AI. It's not really helping you to play better.
Uh-huh.
Like when you get better at a fighting game, it's really it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one guy I was playing. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like I used to play like a lot of Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi back in the day, and it's like
the first one.
The first and mostly the second one. And the more I played it, the more I actually started getting better against tougher opponents.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's just about it's about knowing the game more than just I remember when I was in college and I had the 3DS version of Street Fighter 4.
Uh-huh.
I put it on easy because it's the freaking 3DS version. Like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
And I gave it to a friend of mine. He saw it I put it on easy. He gave me a dirty look. I'm like, bruh. So what?
So what?
It's the computer. It doesn't matter. Even if I put on hard, being able to beat the computer is no.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to brag about.
Right. And even I started playing Street Fighter 4, vanilla Street Fighter 4 when I first got it on the PS3 so many years ago. Even I started playing on normal, but still, I still had a hard time going through that game as is.
I put Street Fighter 4 on the hardest difficulty, and I got so frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tried to beat Seth with Evil Ryu, and I died like 20 times.
Yeah.
I was getting super salty. It's like, that's the only time I get, like, legit salty is when I'm losing to the computer, because, again, like, it's a computer, like, it's not supposed to be...
Mm-hmm.
It's not supposed to be that good. It can always be exploited. Fighting a computer is never really that good, and yet, like,
mm-hmm.
I was losing that many times, even though it was on hardest. Then I finally did it, and I was like, yes! And that was on my arcade stick, too, but you know what that one had?
What?
It was a Hori, so guess what it had? A square gate.
Ah.
And like you, I don't like square gates.
Oh, yeah. God, square gates suck. Like I said, Whoever thought that Square Gates were like like a godsend? They need a reality check really bad.
Saw people. Oh man, I love Square Gates. I can't get my diagonal input drops on octagonal. Then you are some sort of
Masochistic.
weirdo or something. I don't understand how you drop inputs on diagonal on a gate that's meant to frickin' give you easier inputs on diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're doing something wrong. You are definitely doing something wrong.
No kidding.
if you're dropping inputs to something that's meant to frickin' help your inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like
Matter of fact, is come on, bro here in the Twitch emotes? It should be. I think it is.
In your Twitch emotes?
Like in everybody's Twitch emotes that you get, like the standard ones. One of them is come on, bro. There it is. There it is. That one. Come on, bro.
So, what do you think about the inside of the tower here, being all colorful?
Well, I'm a little. Well, now I see it. It's cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Xenosaga 1, the ending, the last dungeon.
Hmm.
Which, oh my god, I was stuck on that dungeon forever. Because I didn't know, because there was a puzzle in it. And I didn't know how to do the puzzle until a friend at school who had internet was like, because I didn't even have internet.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, I'll find out for you, and I'm like, please tell me. And I finally did it, and that was in the final boss, and I never beat the final boss.
Hmm. I'm trying to remember a game that actually had a final dungeon that's like this, but nothing really comes to my mind.
In Persona 3, the second to last block looks like this in Tartarus.
Yeah.
And funny enough, the final block in Tartarus in Persona 3 looks like the first level.
Hmm.
And in Persona 4, the final dungeon where you fight Adachi, looks like this.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert for Persona 4, Adachi's the one who did it.
God.
That
like...
eye too. That big eye in the back is straight up out of Persona 4. That's one of the final bosses you fight.
You want to know what actually reminds me more of? The Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. Aragorn. Or Frodo. Okay, let's read this. Read this text document that this person gave us. The Tower. The fallen angels left heaven, hiding themselves from God's eye. People flocked to the false world they created and were covered by a veil. The people flourished and reveled in civilization. They worshipped the fallen angels and forgot God. Our prayers can no longer be heard by God. Oh, wow. So basically we're in an area with pretty much a lot of sinners, basically.
Yes. So it says people flock to it, yeah. Although...
Mm-hmm.
Although hiding from God, I can't... Not really, but... but, yeah, basically this is what it sounds like.
They really shouldn't be hiding from God. Unless if they're really desperate to go to hell.
Oh, you did aerial rave.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty cool move, just doing that aerial rave. I'm surprised that Devil May Cry hasn't really, introduced that mechanic. Oh, you better get back up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not gonna put me in game over status. It would have been nice if they ended up doing something like that, because that actually would pull off some really sick combos.
Yeah, Twitch is weird, because, like Jeff told me yesterday, like, he was in my stream after all. Mm-hmm. But, like, he said he even... Because I remember when he joined again, the number dropped back down again, and I was like, what? Did Jeff leave? And I saw... It said watching Freelancer Amber, so I guess Twitch... Because Jeff said he saw that thing too, because I didn't tell him about that, so that's how I know he was still in the. Mm-hmm. He was still in the stream. But Twitch decided that, oh hey, we're only gonna count your view towards Amber. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, there used to be a thing where you could watch multi-streams before, like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a new thing. Like,
It's like,
why?
it's like they're playing that same trick with how YouTube's doing. Like, they don't want you to see anybody else's stuff from external sources or from another source or whatnot. They just want you to just stick with who you're just only watching.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I find that very disgusting.
Yes. E butt toy. That's YouTube backwards.
Yeah, eat the boy.
You know what? I'm gonna announce again on. I already did on Twitter, so on Facebook. So if I do it again, I'll be spamming, and they'll be like, no. So I'm not gonna do it there.
Well, it's that lack of participation again. It really chaps my ass. I mean, because, you know, people like us, we really want to engage participation, but it's just, for everybody else, they're just like, I don't feel like it. It's like, oh, if you don't feel like it, then how come are you participating in other, you know, the bigger people's streams, too? It's like, you gotta acknowledge the smaller guys, too, if you want that growth to remain sustainable. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with, like, fighting games, for instance.
Especially fighting games. Yeah, like Virtual Fighter is basically dead because nobody plays it besides like me and that one guy in Japan. No, actually, in Japan, there's a lot more people playing. But you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like over here in the U.S., like they had a side tournament for Virtual Fighter
at Evo. And it
was only like 20 people there, like which made me sad, man. Like,
mm-hmm.
And then the comments for it, retards who don't know any better. Are we banned by Twitch now for saying that? Anyways, the people in the comments were saying like, "Look at this ghetto Tekken." Really? This game is. This is the original.
Ghetto Tekken?
Tekken's the imitator.
Yeah, because Virtua Fighter came first.
Yeah.
God, people, you need to be facepalmed for that.
And then people were like, "Oh, it's not as flashy." Yeah, because it's based off of real martial arts.
Exactly.
Like I remember even reading an article in a magazine that said like, Virtua Fighter appeals to fans of martial arts, not video game stuff, not the video game malarkey, the real stuff.
The real stuff. Anyway,
like because Akira, yeah.
Let's read this new text that this guy gave us. The new document. It says, "Observer in the sky. The fallen angels have appointed monstrosities to monitor and threaten people. Clad in gold and silver armor, the pair of monitors are frightening to behold. They soar through the sky, unleashing endless showers of blades."
So we need, and I'm typing it.
Okay.
Here's, huh?
And you know, it's called, and not only just fighting games, but other video games in general. They need to have other, you know, they need to have the little guys also come in to try to, you know, find their mark of success in order for those certain genres to maintain growth and sustainability for themselves too. Like even RPGs, for instance. I mean, you can't just solely rely on the big ones like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Persona, Pokemon. You can't rely on those all the time.
Yep. You can't rely on, same thing for Western and Japanese, can't rely on just Elder Scrolls all the time for Western.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sick of, like, as much as I like Elder Scrolls too, but like, for real, like, come on.
Right.
It used to be, back then, it used to be way more Western RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Actual RPGs at that, because what Elder Scrolls has turned into a streamlined mess that's may as well be a JRPG at this point.
Might as well. Okay, so basically, here's the people, the observers of the sky. You know, the people that are clad in the different, the gold and silver armor.
See about them.
Yeah, I wish I could see about them, but we have to avoid them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Yeah, he doesn't. He can't shoot, even though that's obviously a bow.
Hmm.
He doesn't have any arrows to shoot it.
Why? That doesn't make any sense, or else we could have made this into another Kid Icarus game of some type.
Oh, you reminded me of an old favorite moment that me and Jeff have told you about before, where Shades is with us on E3 and they showed Kid Icarus Uprising and he basically creamed his pants.
Jeez, he actually crapped himself.
Like he was yelling really. He was like, ah!
Jesus.
and his wife Shauna doesn't want him streaming with us anymore because of that. He's like, no, you are not doing E3 streams, because when he did that, she was sleeping and she had to wake up early in the morning for work.
Oh God.
So yeah, she's still mad at him for that.
Lady K, huh?
Yep. It was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, well, even though she may not be watching us, but happy birthday, Lady K. Oh, belated birthday.
Also, birthday for my high school friend. No, like people care. I remember him because speaking of learning all this, he was Jewish, and he was the one who told me about some of this stuff.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mitchell, how's it going?
Hey, Mitchell, good.
He said he'll let Lady K know about happy birthday.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, man.
How's it going? Oh, with us, it's going well.
We're doing great. I mean, we're just here to have some fun today and give you guys...
it's also nice to play a game like this. That's like one, A, that's not that known, and B, that's not that like what's the word, complicated.
Oh yeah.
Run and jump and kill things.
Exactly. Or exarch.
Very pretty looking.
Mm-hmm. And especially if you can see the beautiful colors that are roaming about within this area of the tower.
Hey, do you still have a DualShock 3?
Yes, I'm still playing it on the
a legit one, because I can't find any for sale.
I got a legit one, yes.
Said yes. Michael said, yeah, it does look very pretty.
Yep, Silver Sarge and Gold Sarge. It says I'll need a Gale for this battle. If I did have a Gale, then I'm pretty sure I would get them all right. But they're constantly spamming me with those frickin' projectiles. Don't you run away from me. I'm gonna see about you. Said I need a Gale for this battle. I don't think so, because I'm still getting this guy okay. Great.
Michael said, he said a Gale? I would pick Gale Kim. Somehow, Twitch thought that was offensive and made me had to approve that comment.
What?
Yeah. I don't, there's nothing bad at all in that. Gale Kim's a wrestler. It's not.
Yeah.
So Alan Rickman.
Uh-huh.
Or this guy. Which is the better Metatron?
Okay, so basically we have to steal their weapons. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's not gonna die.
No, he's not gonna die. Oh, here. There, now I got it. Now I got his Gale. Now I got a new weapon.
Twitch is going after your jokes now, yeah. Twitch has been messing with us all week, right, Double R?
Yeah, messing us all.
it got me to the point yesterday where Double R could tell you like what, like I was seething, right?
Yeah, seething with anger.
Because of how Twitch has been treating us. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, grab it! Now he's got a Hadoken or something. That's kind of cool.
He basically has like what Hela has in Thor Ragnarok. You know
Oh,
those swords that are at her
yeah.
hand, or not only at her hand but surround her.
I figured if he had a projectile, it'd be from the bow, but no, it's this. He has fin funnels.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fin funnels from Gundam.
Yeah. I was gonna say Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy too, where he has the arrow that he whistles to.
Yep.
So I got myself a new weapon. So looks like there are different weapons in this game.
I mean that's. I mean, that's what these games usually do.
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't, I'd be concerned. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because then it'd get repetitive. You know, if you didn't have.
Come on. Oh, don't you... Get me up! Get me up! Get me up! Get me up! Oh, did I... That's what... Oh. Come on. So, yeah, got a game over for that. So, at least I can continue. Only weapons wielded by Enoch can purify souls. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh. Jeez. Hopefully that'll start us back, you know, right before those, before the Silver Sarge and the... Yes, it does. Good, 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 good.
At least this has better checkpoints than a lot of other games.
DMC Devil May Cry, anybody.
Yep. Come on, Twitch. I mean, Discord.
What's Discord doing?
It's...
Being derpy with you?
I posted in Soul Bros Discord. I forgot about his. And Cypher Den, she blocked people from promoting their page unless you're a specific person she knows now.
Jesus.
It used to be for everybody, then all of a sudden bang. So Mike Schill says, so silver and gold Sarges, was there already a bronze Sarge?
I would say there was, but he's pretty much all the lowlifes who we pretty much kicked their butts.
These guys are a lot like Azazel, huh?
Mm-hmm. Was there a bronze Sarge? If there was a bronze Sarge, I'm pretty sure he would probably be the weakest of all the Sarges. And I'm pretty sure they would have southern accents too, just like Sarge from Red vs. Blue.
I was thinking of Hogan's Heroes for some reason.
Oh, that too.
So he does this again with the thing?
Yes, we can't skip it. Blasphemy.
I was gonna ask.
Blasphemy.
I was gonna ask.
There, I'm spamming. And it works.
If the AI if they're too dumb to do anything about it, just keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. My turn now. How do you like that? Who's crying now? Who's crying now? Yeah, you look like a bunch of lead instead of actual gold and silver. Gold Sarge. More like lead Sarge.
Pile Shazam! I'm thinking of Gomer Pyle now, but it still works. Still applicable.
I'll tell you about this guy's new show he's developing. This guy named Gold Sarge. I'll tell you about his new show he's developing. He's actually a cross between Ripley's Believe It or Not, Step by Step, Gomer Pyle, and The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And it's actually called Believe It or Not, I Stepped in a Pile of Poo.
Pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Alright, the Gale is tailor-made for long-range attacks, letting you damage enemies and objects from a distance. It also lets you
I'm still...
Do what?
I'm still surprised that that's his projectile and not giving arrows to the bow-looking weapon.
Yeah. Tell me about it. It also lets you unleash Gale Tackle, a move that propels you forward with a shockwave. Okay. Oh, shockwave. Like the media player? Oh,
Actually, I'm thinking of DMC, where Dante had those boosts where you could jump and boost.
Oh, yeah. But when I said in my part, Shockwave being the media player is like, oh god, I am so old school. Remember Shockwave media player?
Oh, yes. SWF. .swf files.
Uh-huh.
Certain Mike Show knows them, obviously. .swf, bro, that was... Because that was Newgrounds' thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says I do, yep.
You do. Well... Thumbs up. Seal of approval from Double RPG and Fighter Couch right there.
Here's one thing. Do you remember Real Player?
Oh god, Real Player. Now that's old school too.
It's like nobody liked it, but it was the only way you could watch like the easiest way to watch some file types.
Uh-huh. Do you remember Encarta?
No.
Microsoft Encarta. It's basically their little encyclopedia software. Remember how most of the games back on PCs usually featured cartoonish style graphics, kind of like the Zelda games on the Philips CDI?
Oh yeah, there was a ton of those.
Yeah.
Mike still says he says I remember Prodigy Online and CompuServe.
Oh god, CompuServe. Remember?
That I remember.
Remember Netscape, the web browser?
Netscape, yeah.
And web crawler, the word search or the search engine.
Yeah. And Dogpile.
Yeah, Dogpile. Oh god, Dogpile.
That was our Google. That was our Google back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have Google. We had Dogpile, man.
And others too, like Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves, yep. I used to ask Jeeves why he sucked.
I would too, to be honest. Why do you suck so much, Ask Jeeves? Really, I just want to know.
Wisp. Will of the Wisp, which that's like Irish folklore. That's not even biblical. It's just Irish folklore type stuff. Well, whatever. You need enemies.
Yep.
Pull on whatever to create enemies. Hey, there's something there. What is that?
Yeah, back then when my dad had a Windows 95 computer, he had my sister and I. We pretty much used Netscape as our own web browser. We didn't even use Microsoft Internet Explorer or anything else. We just used Netscape, and like web crawler was our main search engine. It was like our own Google search engine before Google became a thing.
Yep.
Oh boy, is there a way that I can get over there? Oh, I fell. What? Is there a way that I could switch between weapons?
There's gotta be.
There has to be.
This type of game is like, I think it's required by law.
Yeah. Because I think the only way I'm going to be able to get over to that one section is if I had my bow back. So that way I can do that air glide. Or maybe it's something like for New Game Plus, and they give you all your weapons by default, and you can actually explore bonus areas that you couldn't explore from before.
Yet again, Twitch says he said try that Gale Dash thing, and for some reason,
yes, I know what you're talking about now.
For some reason, Twitch decided to mod that, and I had to approve it again because it doesn't like the word Gale for some reason.
Oh. What's so threatening about the word Gale? It's just a.
I'm trying to figure that out.
It's just a term. It's mostly like a term used for like wind and air.
Yeah, for wind. I don't. What's sexual about Gale?
Maybe based on somebody's name. I don't know. It's like modder or automod. Do you have a girlfriend named Gale that you don't want people associating us with? Or you don't want us to associate with. It's like, if that's the case, then you folks are really tripping your balls off. Because we're not...
Explain to me.
We're not really trying to... We're not really trying to hurt anybody whose name's Gale or anything like that. It's just, we're playing a game, they're giving us ability. I mean, they give us an ability called, like that Gale... whatever it is, the Gale Dash. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, I definitely know what you're talking about now. I'm going to try to do a long jump first, or try to do a long single jump first, and then a double jump, and then I'll try that dash.
Yeah, that's what you had to do with DMC.
Here we go. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. We actually get ourselves a new document over here. Let's read it. It says, Sariel. There are 7 fallen angels who rule the tower. Of the 7, Sariel is most passionate and violent. He whispers sweet words of love to women and provokes men to battle. Despite this, people love Sariel. How can they not see?
That's one of the names that shows up in Hebrew angelology lists.
The Kabbalah or whatever.
Oh yeah, Sariel.
Oh, you mean the Hebrew side of, like, lore and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Talmud or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's in their tradition, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
It does show up. Metatron was actually used only in Kabbalah after Jesus.
Uh-huh.
So it's actually not as new a concept. For Metatron's actually not as old a concept as people think.
I think the first bit I knew about Judeo-Christianity was actually in in Star Ocean, the second story. But in the localized version of that game, they actually didn't name the God's 10 wise men after the fallen angels.
Which one was Star Ocean second story? Was that the Super Nintendo or no? That was
that's Sony PlayStation.
The PS1, yeah.
Yeah.
Super NES was the first one, right?
Yeah, the Super Famicom one.
Yeah, it never came out over here.
One of the only 2-3 games that actually had 48 megabytes of memory. More so than most others that only had a max of 32.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, right?
I remember back in the day, man, because that's actually a lot. People don't know. Back then, because I remember back in the day, my professor told me a story when I was in college that he bought a computer and he asked for an 8 megabyte hard drive, and this is back in 1990. 90, right? Like the start of it. And the guy who sold the computer told him,
yes,
you'll never fill that up.
Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream, Jeff.
Yeah, hey. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm sure.
Oh, looks like we get a bonus something here, Jerry.
Twitch is so weird because it tried to stop a comment from Mike Shell is in the chat from RVT.
Oh, really?
And he wrote Gale because he was talking about a move in the game called the Gale Dash. And Automod said that no, blocked that message, and I had to manually approve it because it said this is a blocked term. It's sexual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to me.
None.
No.
What's sexual about the word Gale?
Good question. What is?
Michael said howdy to you, Jeff.
And we got a fragment of Ishtar's bones, remains of Ishtar dragged to the darkness by its denizens.
Actually, I have a question, Michael. Do you do your own streams, or do you only do group stuff with RVT? Because I am out of the loop.
I heard the voice of God. This world is a false prison created by the fallen angels. The soul of all will descend into the darkness. Basically, a little excerpt from Ishtar's bones that it's telling us.
It must be one of the people who got duped.
Yeah.
They're like, oh crap, I made the wrong choice.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously.
And boy, those are some big jumps that Enoch can make right there, even more so than Mario.
Usually following them because again, speaking just to know, so you guys know the story, the inspiration of what they're taking. Usually in biblical stuff and stuff like that, angels are super duper pretty.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So people just, the fallen ones even, so people just followed them blindly even though they were jerks because they're so pretty.
Uh-huh.
That's probably what happened to a lot of these people in this level. That's probably the inspiration of how they followed them. Like, oh, I thought they were good. They're pretty. They can't be evil.
Right.
Freeman's Notes, a memo containing various observations of the Freeman. The feelings of those not duped by the fallen angels have been noted down in a straightforward manner. Okay. But anyway,
Jeff?
What'd you say?
That was one thing I really liked in Kevin Smith's Dogma, that they made fun of that.
Funny enough, I mentioned about Dogma because you're playing the Metatron in this game. So I asked.
Oh, really?
I asked.
Hey, that's right, yeah.
Enoch is supposed to be the Metatron.
That's right.
So I said, who played him better, this guy in this game or Alan Rickman? Oh, yep. Mike Show answered me. He said, I'm on the Anime Mavericks, and they're actually streaming later tonight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. There, I'm gonna steal that bow again. Oh, I guess it's one of those things where you can swap between the different weapons. So basically, you have to get them in purification move and whatnot, and then you can actually steal. I see.
Yeah, well, Jeff, you don't know. I'm like, whenever stuff comes up like lore, I'm explaining like the inspiration behind it, like where they got it from in like in Judeo-Christian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained why I like this game more than Shin Megami Tensei games.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that it was one of the guys behind Xenosaga in this game. Kato, right?
Masato Kato, yes.
Yeah. Because I recognize his name, but I didn't know he worked on this game.
Oh, wait a minute. I think Masato Koda, the musician, I don't think Masato Kato worked on this game.
I'll double check.
Yeah. If you could, please. Because basically the guy who's the director of this game, he basically is the same artist for games like Devil May Cry Okami and some other game I can't remember.
Oh, it definitely has that Okami look. Maxwell said, funny story, he was originally just a fan of the Anime Mavericks, when it was Rising Sun, and he became a co-host.
Ah, okay.
That sounds like how we met Frankie. Like, he was just a fan, and we,
yeah.
He interviewed me and Jeff about our comic fandom, remember?
Yes, I do.
So, from there, we realized we gelled well, and he became, like, one of our dudes, and I wrote the story of co-creating Broken Infinite, in Sobro's chat, and he didn't read it. I'm like, oh, because that was actually important, like showing that like I'm not just saying I'm VP for no reason. I actually co-founded Broken Infinite with Frankie.
Right. Yeah.
And I was telling the story of how we did that. It was just a Skype chat. What happened was he was part of another comic review site, right? Comic Book Clash.
Yep.
And that's how he had all these contacts. Oh, Mike Cho said he was lucky to meet him at Ranger Stop a couple years ago.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I feel bad that I never got to meet him.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so we were in a Skype call. We wanted to move on from Comic Book Clash, because he was sick of the guy who they were friends afterwards. They reconciled, but at that point he was sick of the guy who ran it. So he's like, I'm gonna make my own site. And then we went to a Skype call. We thought about it. We hashed everything out in that one Skype call. It was like meant to be. We hashed everything out.
I know.
He wanted it. He wanted to be a comic site.
Hello, Xavier. X.
Hey, welcome to the stream, X.
Frankie wanted the site to cover comics and to have people post their own creations, other artists and writers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was him. And he came up with the name Broken Infinite. My side was coming up with the logo, coming up with the look, and also I was the one who said we should cover more than just comics. We should cover anime, wrestling, MMA, everything geeky, like Geek Fighters was meant to be. When I first started, and with Jeff. And Frankie liked that idea. He was like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? That's cool. Let's do that. And we made the Broken Infinite blog spot. Rest is history.
We have another one-eyed fallen angel here, Jer.
It's not Azazel, though.
No, it's not Azazel. Sorry, El.
El Shaddai. Designer, Yusuke artists, Masato Koda.
Jeez.
It's the guy behind this.
Damn.
Masato Koda. Masato Koda.
The Nether Realm. Some enemies create a subconscious space to draw you into. If
Scorpion.
you suddenly feel faint, be on the alert. It's a sign your soul is under attack. Of course, the enemies that materialize before you are nothing but phantoms, but the suffering their attacks inflict on your body is real. You must defeat all of them to regain consciousness. Oh, okay. So it's basically a battle to save your soul, basically.
Right, pretty much. Basically, the usual stereotypical bull crap.
Yeah.
So, the guys who wrote was Yasushi Otake I remember when he used to do Yep, X is right. Yeah, he used to post Shinjuku movie nights on BI.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yusuke Nakagawa was the designer, but I'm trying to find the Masato Kimura was the guy who wrote this.
Ah,
And
okay.
by the way, I want to personally apologize for not only being late on today's stream, but also not doing my stream earlier today. I'm still affected by sleep deprivation due to what happened earlier in the week with my discussing. So I apologize for that, guys.
Well, thank you. Good to see you.
Yes.
Good to see you make it anyway. Masato Kimura, he did. Really, he worked on the original F-Zero
Oh, nice.
and Mario Kart, and Star Fox, and a lot of Nintendo games.
Now that's awesome.
Okay.
That's a baseball.
Wait, is this the same Masato Kimura? Is this a different Masato Kimura? Just happens to have the same name, but he's specifically Nintendo. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a different guy.
Oh.
He just happens to have the same name.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who tend to have the same name in Japan. And you figure, oh, is that the same guy who worked on this? Like, no, it's just a different person. Like, aw.
Yeah. Yep. That happens a lot. Yep.
Like there's like for Kenji Yamamoto, who works at Nintendo, it's like, oh, is that the same guy who did the music for Dragon Ball Z? Oh,
Dragon
no.
Ball. Yeah, no, it's different.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is that they're both music producers. Too.
Yeah, that's the irony right there.
And the same thing with there's two anime directors with the same name. Nabishin. You know who I'm talking about. The guy who did the anime Cowboy Bebop has the same name as the guy who did the Excel Saga and Puni Puni Poemi anime. They have the same name, but they're totally different guys. The guy who did Cowboy Bebop is known for the same exact name, but the one who did Cowboy Bebop is like a serious dude, and the one who did Excel Saga, just from the anime alone, if you ever watched it, is like a goofy guy with a fro.
We're actually meeting Dante, aka we're actually meeting a Nephilim.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Confusing. I get confused reading about Nephilim all the time when I read the Bible. I'm like, what are they supposed to be? Cause like again, I'm not proselytizing. I'm just telling you like where this game gets its stuff from, you know?
Right.
Like people like, is he preaching to us? I'm just telling you where you know. I'm not talking about whether or not you believed. I'm just talking about where this come from.
Oh wow!
So
I really like the stained glass effect of the background. Now that's awesome.
So Nephilim are the fallen angels, and Rephaim are the actual human angel hybrids. That's pretty cool background, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A fitting rendition of Uriel, the angel of warfare. Now this turned into Limbo.
What you're seeing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the stained glass imagery in the background.
This is me. So this is how humans picture the Archangel Michael. Michael. Which is a question. Not a statement. His name is a question.
Mm-hmm.
No, because people Jehovah Witness.
You know, I do get that, but I understand what you're talking about.
Gabriel.
People, Gabriel.
I know why you had to bring it up to begin with. That's why.
Yes. It's kind of like this game is. It's about it's like again. I'm not trying to proselytize or I'm just like trying to it's just the subject matter of the game. I'm really trying not to offend anybody. I'll just tell you.
You're not. It's telling one of those it's only one of those rare opportunities where they are respectful, but they actually get the backgrounds of various religions right.
Yeah. This game does it better than Shin Megami Tensei, although Gabriel...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Thank you.
Although Gabriel, like Shin Megami, shows Gabriel as a woman, Gabriel is not a woman.
Yeah. I mean, if you played Star Ocean, the second story, or its PSP remake Second Evolution, Gabriel is the main antagonist, or Gabriel is the main antagonist in that game, and they actually portrayed Gabriel as a man.
Yeah.
Now, it does mention in a lot of lore and stuff that Gabriel looks pretty like a woman.
Yep.
But is not a woman.
Right.
More like a trap.
Right.
And I don't mean any
basically androgynistic is what
androgynous. Yes.
Yes, androgynistic.
Thank you because I forgot the word. I didn't want to step on any more toes.
It's alright, man.
We just made it to chapter 3 finally.
And I was supposed to be a pastor's son.
Yeah, but seriously, dude, you're not stepping on you're not stepping on anyone's toes, so don't worry about it.
And at the beginning of the stream, I was explaining where this game's story comes from. Here's a fancy word for people in the chat: pseudepigrapha. Say it with me: pseudepigrapha. It's a funny word, right?
Yeah.
So pseudepigrapha means it is something written by some, but not claiming who they actually claim to be. In this case, it is based off a book of Enoch, supposedly written by Enoch, but generally accepted that it is not hence pseudepigrapha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you
This is very Okami.
Oh yeah.
Right, but thank you for the info. I didn't know.
X said, "Darn it, Kaos, get it together." Like,
Yeah, it's like it's like you're inside the realm of Nagi or whatever from the beginning part of Okami.
oh, and Starchild will join. And yes, definitely we're going back to 5 o'clock because I noticed that people are coming in now. So I guess next week we're going back to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't hurt that we tried that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's a good experiment.
That's what Double R said too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Starchild, he showed up.
Hey
what
there.
I said. Yeah. By the way, welcome to the stream, Starchild.
And he said, "I have this game." I only played the demo for this game.
Ditto.
Speaking of El Shaddai, the name itself is a name of God. There's actually a song by Amy Grant with that name, which I used to play a lot.
You know, I always wondered what the translation for El Shaddai was. I never realized that.
Yes, it's one of the names of God.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So Enoch here, again, Book of Enoch, pseudepigrapha, but in Kabbalah, which is Jewish stuff, Jewish mysticism.
Of course, yes.
Claim that Enoch turned into an angel called the Metatron. Hence why it's called Ascension of the Metatron.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically playing him as a human, like on his way to becoming an angel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Alan Rickman is supposed to be Enoch.
Yeah, the late Alan Rickman, because then he
a.k.a. Hans Gruber, a.k.a. Severus Snape from Harry Potter.
Starchild said, "I knew it had something to do with religion." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why it's a good thing I'm here, so I can explain this stuff, you know. I was also explaining why I like this more as Shin Megami because of how respectful. It's much more respectful.
Yeah,
and Mike,
dude.
to answer your question, Mike, so it is only on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yes, this game.
There is a spin-off game for the Switch that just came out.
The Lost Child.
Okay, that is really weird. It was released for console, but yet not for PC at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if you guys make enough of a stink about it, especially with the spin-off game that does have Enoch in it and the other characters in this game, reprise their roles in
Lost Child.
Spin-off Lost Child. Like, you guys should make a stink and say, hey, re-release this game on Switch and on other consoles. Because it makes no sense to have the spin-off, but not the main game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you figure that NIS would actually, or Nipponichi Software would actually have the rights to this game now that we haven't heard much from Ignition Entertainment in this day and age. Which I think they went out of business.
I think they did, yeah.
Starchild says he believes it's on PS4 as well. I think so. Yeah. If I remember correct. Yeah, it is.
Oh, Lost Child. Oh, yes, it is.
You guys, you want to know the irony about this game?
What?
You guys know who voices Lucifer in this title, right?
Or you mean Lucifer? Yeah, Jason Isaacs.
Oh, no wonder this game is similar to Devil May Cry Double R.
Uh-huh.
No, I was thinking more of Castlevania and Forge of Shadow because he voices Satan.
Satan, yes.
The correct Masato Kimura, the one I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
His credits include Devil May Cry, the original, and the Resident Evil GameCube remake.
Oh, nice.
Wow, so he came from the still golden era of Capcom, okay?
Yes.
And he also worked on The Evil Within.
Oh, okay.
Azazel, you're coming back to haunt. Oh, you actually now show your face instead of a big, huge eyeball.
I like how, again, Automod is being a prick to people. Sorry about that, X. That's Automod.
Yeah.
There we go. Read the message for me, Double R. I mean, Jeff. Sorry, Double R's playing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you better, Jeez. Those fallen angels mean business when they're going up against Enoch.
Hard Craft House, I have this game. My friend gave it to me with the Witcher games. I'll be doing.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing it on my end for some stupid reason. It was originally locked.
Yep. Why I don't because
you know why? Because he said the S word. That's the reason
yeah, exactly.
And that's stupid. I'm sorry. That's really stupid.
It is dumb. I don't remember any of us. I specifically remember to not mod swear words.
Yeah, and they thought that the word Gale was a swear word.
Somehow.
But Jerry, remember I brought this up the other day when I was watching your stream? The same crap was happening to me when I was watching your stream.
Yeah, you said nothing you wrote was going through.
Only that one time, and I showed you for that screenshot too.
Yep. Oh, did you? If you saw Facebook, Jeff, did you see my arm?
No, what happened?
Remember what I told you about my arm about eczema?
Eczema or eczema.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
Kind of scary. With the redness.
You sure it's not allergic? You sure it's not an allergic reaction, dude?
Eczema is an allergy thing.
So
what happened was it's the humidity this summer.
Oh.
I asked my mom is like a nurse basically, so she knew.
Well,
so I was like,
well, dude, yeah, she is a. She was more of a registered nurse than my grandma was. Let's be blunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So my mom actually told me, it's the humidity. I'm like, and I wasn't, not that I didn't believe her, but I just wanted to double check. And it turns out that it turned out that the humidity was like, my skin was like, no, bruh, and decided to break out. And it decided to break out.
Most basically breakout hives. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh, really? That's interesting. And again, X's message got held by Automod because Automod is a prick.
Yep.
I've said this before, I said this again, and I don't care, like, if Twitch gets mad, get mad at me, Twitch. Not these guys.
Exactly.
I can't believe that YouTube is more, light on this than freaking Twitch.
So, X said Logan Paul fight ended in a draw.
Ah! Yeah, I got my wish.
Geez.
But KSI, yeah.
Please tell me they were both in the pulled their own blood.
No, it's not. Don't apologize, X. It's Twitch we're mad at.
Yeah, dude, we're not mad.
You figure that with us having somewhat of a status now, since 2 out of 3 of us are affiliates, you figured that they would give us some more promotion, but nope.
Again, you would think.
I'm still in my denim pants as Enoch.
Nice.
Enoch's rocking in that in the denim pants.
Mm-hmm.
And without a shirt too to boot.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of DMC, did you guys hear what Hideaki Itsuno said about DMC Devil May Cry?
What?
That he actually liked his game and it's one of his more recent favorites in the franchise.
We were talking about DMC earlier.
Yeah.
We were talking about DMC 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Specifically, because on Soulbro stream they mentioned DMC 2 that it, and I agreed with them that it really wasn't terrible. It was just that for DMC it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, but I do remember I also got I remember like being disappointed and trading it back. I didn't.
Yeah, DMC. We're talking about DMC 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really weird one where Dante was just a mute for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just when I was It's just when I was playing I mean just looking at the trailer and that potential spoiler for the story with what you showed either a day or two ago, I kind of it kind of makes me wonder to myself, does Hideaki Itsuno have something against Dante as a character?
Well, I mean, we joke about that in Danny Didio and Nightwing, right, Jer?
Oh yeah, they always killing Nightwing. That makes me.
But the serious, I don't think so. It's just I think it's the rabid fanboys. I'm not talking about you, obviously, Cobb. I'm talking about.
I know, but I'm just.
The same idiots.
I'm just
saying. Same idiots that say not my DMC when DMC Devil May Cry was originally announced. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying at the same time, I know that it's important to introduce new stuff, but you also have to make sure that you be respectful to like some of the original staples as well, or else it's not going to be
Star Child.
or else it's not going to be you know, you could potentially alienate somebody else if you know, if
that's how you switch
continue
weapons.
to be pretentious, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right. No, I get that. What Star Child said was this game was pretty cheap when I got it at Game Exchange. It's a different artistic game, though. I noticed a lot more people are finding and playing this game as a way because of the Lost Child.
God,
yeah, that's the sad thing with most games from last generation.
Because of the Lost
Finding out
Child.
about-
Because of the Lost Child, they should definitely re-release this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did I tell you? Speaking of re-releases, did you see that somebody fell for my bait comment on Jim Sterling's Shenmue video?
Yes, I did. And I'm really happy you did that because. Oh, God damn it.
It's like.
God damn it, Jimbo.
It's like. And people are like, people are allowed to have a different opinion. Yeah, but you're also sheep because you think his opinion's right.
Right.
That's the difference. There's a difference between having an opinion and just having crap coming out of your mouth. That's what Jim says most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, he does have opinions that
Yeah.
he's right, but they're small compared to the crap that comes out of his mouth. You know what I mean? It's like crap that comes out of his mouth, 60-70%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
30-25%. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man.
Funny enough, just like Angry Joe, huh, guys?
Oh, you mean pissed off Jose? Yeah.
That too, yes. Oh, don't worry, we're probably banned right now. We're banned, in fact, because we just said pissed Jose. Thanks, Twitch.
Come on, Twitch.
I like how this goes 2D and 3D. That's kind of cool.
I do. I like the
This
variety.
kind of reminds me of if Drakengard was done right. Oh!
No, I completely agree. And this has come from someone who likes the Drakengard series. But here's the funny thing. You know what series I think is better than Drakengard? And I'll say this still until I'm blue to the face? Nier.
Yeah, exactly. Nier is way
I think
better.
Nier is a better series than Drakengard.
I don't mind Nier.
Mm-hmm. But
Mr. Whatever his name is, Taro, whatever.
yeah,
Oh, Yoko Taro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
who hides his,
So-
his
Yeah.
face with that smiling mask or whatever.
yeah. Even our buddy Jason said in chat, yeah, Drakengard has a lot of issues. Lol.
Yeah, it does.
Imagine this has come from a guy who likes the first two games,
Oh yeah.
especially the first one, and I can admit that
You do?
Drakengard is the definition. Drakengard 1 through 3 are the little definitions of tryhard games.
Exactly. I'm like, Jeff, you like edgelord stuff? No, but it did have some cool points to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even
the-
Mike Shells agree with us. Well, Nier is always better than Bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Star Child said.
Yeah.
Star Child said, I never played it, but I watched it. I like the gameplay, but that's it. I never cared. The story just retarded.
You like the mechanics, but the story was just so
Right. I mean, a guy who pretty much has a grudge against dragons makes a pact towards a dragon, and he can't even speak.
Yeah. But it's funny that we were.
Oh, that's cool. You're seeing about him. I really need to get this game.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you brought up DMC 5 with how you feel about Hiaki Itsuno, as far as how he treats Dante.
Yeah.
Because I think the real reason why is, dude, is because I don't know about you, but I think he has a little grudge with diehard fans about how they treated him and the reboot to the franchise a couple years ago.
He's using the reboot look now, so I guess that's like his revenge.
Which I don't blame, because
Yeah.
I don't know what people said. I actually thought that reboot was. I thought the reboot and design of Dante was all right, especially for an Eastern take. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that.
Western take.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh my god.
What's funny is the people that like it now were the same ones that were bashing it. I'm like,
yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, hypocrisy? But all right, I'm glad you're giving it a shot.
No. You know what? This is the reason why I don't like the fan base of DMC, specifically the fanboys that trashed it, because they said, "Oh, this gamer, I'm never gonna play the franchise ever again." It's just like, "Oh, I just realized I can't
That's
carry mouse." No crap.
God, look at this enemy. Looks like he has false teeth coming out of him. Ezek V is a veil, basically.
Wow.
Star
Star Child got it for $3. This game, El Shaddai. That thing looks like a
Shadow Hulk.
It looks like it's in the wrong game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
It's definitely not the style of everything else.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me. You know, we were talking about Nier. It definitely reminds me of what Yoko Taro wears, the mask and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, give me your weapon. Give me your weapon. So
But
I got
by
a
the
new
way,
one.
You know what's funny? Since we were just talking about DMC Devil May Cry, this is another Unrated game that had a very good combat system.
We got ourselves a shield. Now we're Captain America all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It even looks more like Steve Rogers without the moniker of Captain America in Infinity War, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Well, with the new weapon that we get, you'll see.
Yeah, I know. We're seeing it right now.
Oh my God! I earned a trophy.
I was just about to ask how you were playing this. So you're playing this off the PS2?
Yeah, PS3. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Star Child said the enemy looks like one of those Talbot soldiers from Outlaw Star.
And what do you know? I can actually break glass.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they're definitely like the Ifrit gauntlets from Devil May Cry, OG Devil May Cry.
You know, even though since we're going back to a DMC and we're talking about a guy who was involved with at least one of the original games with Capcom, even though the developer DMC Devil May Cry is now owned by Microsoft, I'm still holding out hope that there is going to be a sequel to the reboot in the next couple years from Capcom. Well, I hope Capcom and Microsoft can find a way that they can do a sequel to the reboot with Ninja Theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really hope though that. Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure that they would do it, both for Xbox and PC. But I'm telling you right now, if I want to upgrade my PC anytime in the future when they make those new RTX graphics cards commercially available, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think about.
I would say, and that's a good thing too that you're waiting too, because like for most people, I'm fine with what they can do with their money, but it's just like hearing that a game like Shadow of the Tomb Raider that's recently coming out can't even hit 1080 60 frames with this new graphics card. That makes me really, really not excited for the new GPUs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like for example, you remember how people made a crap show with the prior ATI cards that came out before the Vega cards. I think they were the RX 480 and 580. That's what the upcoming RTX cards from NVIDIA are reminding me of. It feels like a little deja vu if you guys are getting what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Right. Should we keep going, or do you think we're at a good spot where we could stop?
We've been at it for 2 hours, so yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's good. If you want to stop, dude, it's your call.
Well, we're gonna have to stop anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's your call.
Yeah.
Mike Schul said, "So you're now Wakandan Captain America."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, breaking glass is better than breaking wind."
Yeah. He's got a point.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and we'll end off things here. But yeah.
So don't worry. Next week we'll start at 5.
Yeah, we'll start at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, the normal time again. But yeah, I guess we should go ahead and start plugging. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
Kevlar.
Okay. You can follow me on twitch.tv/RPGreviews. I'm going to be live streaming Street Fighter 3 New Generation from Street Fighter, the 30th Anniversary Collection on Nintendo Switch at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And I'm going to be testing out, well, not testing out, but playing it on my Fight Stick, which I have the new octagonal restrictor plate installed into my Fight Stick. So, yes, I'm going to be playing it to where I will actually be able to make those special moves for the characters actually a lot more commandable now that I don't have that squared restrictor plate installed anymore. Because, seriously, look at this thing. The square restrictor plate. Yeah, screw that mess. And if you just saw it on the... if you saw it on the computer, my webcam. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing it with the new octagonal restrictor plate that I just got in the mail yesterday, and definitely very excited for that. If you like me as a content creator, be sure to follow me on youtube.com/RPGreviews. I do reviews, retrospectives. I archive my live streams from here on Twitch onto my YouTube channel, as well as the side quest videos. And you can also follow me on social media. My Facebook fan page is facebook.com/RPGreviews, and my handle on Twitter is @RPGreviews. So whichever social media site that you guys follow the most, then you can guarantee that I will be posting on both those social media sites at the same time. So hope you all enjoyed this live stream of El Shaddai, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing some more next week. So yeah, today was a lot of fun, but definitely join me for tonight when you're at it.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, I just want to make sure that was...
Oh, wait a minute. Xavier says he wants to play me in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I do have that on Switch, and yeah, I've been contemplating on whether or not to come to that game. And you know what? I may actually be able to play it tomorrow night.
Fun enough.
So just let you know there, X, that maybe we could actually try it tomorrow night.
By the way, X, I usually stream BB Tag on the weekends, so if you want to play me on Steam, you get the PC version as well too. Steam ID is 16BitJeff TGF. It adds to anyone who wants to play against me when I go live the Saturday and Sunday when I do play the game. First off, apologies to not be able to stream today earlier at noon. Like I said to the guys live just now, I have been sleep deprived these last couple days due to the passing of our good friend Francisco Rodriguez. So yeah, it sucks, but I'm starting to get back into the streaming things all day, and I'm definitely streaming tomorrow at 3 p.m. with BB Tag. My schedule usually is Tuesdays Tekken 7 at 3 p.m. EST. However, this upcoming Tuesday I'll be streaming at 4, and my buddy over here, Fighter House, will be joining me for that stream, so look forward to that. Thursday, same time at 3 p.m. And Saturday as well too at noon. I'm doing Sunday this week because of what happened these last couple of days. So it's kind of a real catch up. So I'll be live at 3 p.m. tomorrow with the attack over at twitch.tv/16BitJeff. You can keep updates to me as well too over at twitter.com/16BitJeff what's going on. And also check out the Discord of our group, because I will say right now, those are the best ways to keep updated to not only my streams, but to our individual streams as well as the group streams as well.
Everything is in the panels.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
So if you're on mobile, click info. If you're on desktop, just scroll down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the TGF icon that Jeremy.
And also I added the links to our individual streams.
Oh, good. Thank you.
So there you go. Right, my turn. Okay. I stream on Mondays and Fridays, twitch.tv/FighterCaus. That's twitch.tv/FIGHTERXAOS. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Mondays, Skyrim. Fridays, Tekken. And everything else is on my Twitch. Same thing like here. All you gotta do is scroll down and you'll find all my social media and my webcomics too.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week for when we resume El Shaddai, and we'll see how far along we'll actually get it through more of the game from there. So, I'm Double RPG.
16BitJeff.
I'm Fighter Cows.
Man, we'll catch you guys next week. And for Jerry to sign us off, he's got 2 words for you.
Nimyo. Kadmyo.
Peace out.
Nice. Later, guys.